gums at each other any chance they get. The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo.
It's time
for you to sit back, relax, and listen to a complete and fucking utter armchair expert give his completely and utterly useless opinions on the one hell of an amazing sport that is MMA.
G'day, guys. So we are back, and it is once again the best week of the month, fight week, baby. And what a card we have in store. But first, of course, as always, we have to recap UFC 313. So, first and foremost, King Green, thank God, got knocked out. Hang on a sec. No, don't worry. I was trying to look something up. But thank God King Green got knocked out. What a schmuck going by that name. Seriously. Got knocked out in the first round by Mauricio Ruffy. He won Performance of the Night for that. Amanda Lemos got a win. Went the distance. The Chilean got a win against Jalen Turner at 2 minutes of the first round. Justin Gaethje won his return bout, the rematch between Rafael Fiziev, when he was the underdog in it, which is crazy. Fight of the night. It was very close, actually. Rafael looked like he could have probably won on many occasions, but the shock of the night, of course, Chama is no longer. Alex Potan Pereira got beaten by Magomed Ankalaev. It went the distance. It looks like there's probably going to be a rematch some point this year. But yeah, that was UFC 313. And now let's get on to UFC 314. So, coming to us from the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida. Seems to be a yearly thing at this point. You know, there's always cards in Miami. But this is indeed a stacked card. So Jim Miller is on the prelims, still going, of course. God, he's a major underdog. Far out. The other guy's a major favorite against him. Dan Ige is the underdog in his fight against Sean Woodson. Dominic Reyes is fighting on the card in a light heavyweight bout. The other guy, the Russian he's fighting, is the favorite. Yair Rodriguez is fighting Patricio Pitbull, and he got pretty bloody heated with Diego Lopes. Far out at the press conference. It looked like they were going to come to blows if there wasn't security guards there, but there is no odds for that fight. Yair Rodriguez is ranked number 5. I forgot to do the rankings, but I'm not going to go back and redo them. But we get to the business end of the evening. In the co-main event, we have number 7 ranked Michael Chandler against number 12 ranked Paddy the Baddy Pimblett in a lightweight bout. Paddy is the favourite. That is going to definitely be a fun one. Looking forward to that. But, ladies and gentlemen, Australian fans, stand the fuck up because we have the redemption fight. Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes for the featherweight title. Of course, as I've said before, Ilia Topuria, who was going to fight Volk, they were going to do the rematch after he got the belt off him, obviously, vacated the 145 belt to go to 155, and now Alexander, or Volk as we all just call him, is getting his shot at redemption and is the favourite to do so, shockingly. Diego Lopes is not the favourite. It's pretty marginal. It's pretty close. But the odds makers are backing Alexander Volkanovski. And I've got to say, as am I, as is everyone, as is the Australian Prime Minister, which I saw before. Really hope he brings the belt back. Really hope we can now sing Down Under again without getting sad. And I really hope that he defends the belt on home soil because we pretty much we've got, I think, an event in Perth next year, I believe. So hopefully he gets it back and holds it for long enough to be able to defend it on home soil. That'd just be an epic epilogue to Volk's career, who's now about to have another child, which is crazy, really, when you think about it. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, that is UFC 314. Definitely a very stacked card that I am indeed looking forward to. And when I come back, we'll talk about some upcoming cards, Jones versus Aspinall, and some other things. All that and more when I come back. So this episode, or this week, is going to be a first in MMA Quick Chat history. It is going to be a double episode week because today, because today is the 13th, as I'm recording at 1 a.m., marks 1 year since UFC 300. UFC 300 was a year ago today, and to celebrate, I'm going to re-upload the episode we did on UFC 300 with the poster as the cover art, as we've done for the last however many episodes. So hopefully that, just as a little celebration, man, I cannot believe it's been 1 year since UFC 300. Of course, Poatan Pereira defended his belt in the main event, but who could forget the co-main event? Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje. Went pretty much the distance. Max was up 5-0 against Justin, and then with 1 second to go, he knocked out Justin the Highlight Gaethje. Legendary moment, made even more legendary because it was Justin who had been on a tear of KOs up until that point. And yeah, it'll be remembered forever, and make that card be remembered forever. And it was a rightly made knockout of the year earlier this year, and yeah, can't believe it's been a year, to be honest with you. But today will be a double episode day. This episode will come out first, so this will be the 50th. Can't believe we've done 50 episodes. But later today, probably around 6 o'clock or something, when all the fights are done, that episode will be re-uploaded to all of your podcast feeds, because it's only fitting that we do it for that card. That will be special forever, I believe, and forever remembered, I believe, purely because of that fight. And I mean, Max was a legend anyway, but he was made even more of a legend from that fight alone. But of course, that is not all, because we have some more upcoming cards. UFC 315 has, oh God. UFC 315 has, of course, the very much anticipated fight between Belal Muhammad and Jack Della Maddalena for the 170 division title. Jack Della finally main eventing a card. The Perth boy walks out to TNT by AC/DC. Man, I hope he gets it done and brings another belt to Australia. That would be absolutely crazy. Of course, it didn't. Hopefully, because the last card we had in Canada was UFC 297, which of course is remembered for Sean Strickland losing his belt to Dricus du Plessis, and then of course he didn't get it back. But man, was that a long card. It was, I reckon all the fights went the distance, because I was sitting at the pub I was watching it at 5 o'clock when the main event was starting. It never, ever goes that long. 4 o'clock at the absolute latest is when the main event starts, not 5. Like, yeah, that was a very long card, Jesus. And it wasn't even that eventful. That Sean versus DDP was literally the only fight I was looking forward to on it. So I hope this card does not end up like that, coming up in just under a month. Very much looking forward to it. We've also got Gilbert Burns on that card. Yeah, crazy, man, crazy. Looking forward to that. UFC 316. Yes. It was announced a few days ago, I believe, that Suga Sean is getting his rematch against Merab Dvalishvili, who took his belt at UFC 306, so 10 cards later exactly, the Sphere card. Suga Sean is getting his rematch in New Jersey at UFC 316. Very much so looking forward to that. Hopefully Suga Sean's worked on his grappling. And then you got UFC 317, which hasn't been confirmed yet, so on and so forth. Okay, I guess I'm going too far there. But definitely got some upcoming fights to look forward to as well. And I just want to end the podcast by discussing the topic that we've discussed for over a year now. John Jones versus Tom Aspinall for the heavyweight division championship. Now, Dana White and Tom Aspinall have been teasing. They had a meeting. Tom Aspinall, his father, who compared John Jones to being just another bum in the shower at a gym, which was very funny. But yeah, Tom Aspinall, his father, and Hunter Campbell, who's like the matchmaker for the UFC, met up to discuss when this fight's going to happen. And Tom has been saying non-stop since that something is going to be announced very soon. So let's hope that something comes of it soon. You would think that it's probably going to be the Madison Square Garden card in November if it does happen, because John seems to love fighting there for whatever reason. I don't know why. But anyway, let's just hope it happens and gets announced. And, oh man, I don't know who I'm going to pick in that fight. I really don't, because Tom's up and coming, but John is just, he's got all the tools, man. He's absolutely got all the tools, but let's hope there is some movement on that in the not too distant future. But anyway, guys, that was episode 50 of MMA Quick Chat. Who could believe we've made it that far, halfway to 100? I hope you guys enjoy this banger of a card that is upcoming, wherever you're watching it from, and also look forward to all the upcoming cards. But till next time, as always, catches.